You know, we're so used to the yearly iPhone updates, right? A little bit better camera, a chip that's a little bit faster, but what if the next one wasn't just a small step up, but a giant leap? That's what we're looking at today, comparing the iPhone 16 Pro Max to the rumored iPhone 17 Pro Max. And this feels like more than just a new number. It feels like a totally new direction. So let's dive in and see what that's all about. And right off the bat, you can see what I'm talking about. The difference is just wow. On the left, you've got the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's beautiful. It's familiar. It's the peak of a design they've been perfecting for years. And on the right, the iPhone 17 Pro Max. It's a total departure from everything we're used to. This isn't just a new paint job, folks. This is a statement. So, what's behind this massive shift? Is it an evolution or a full-on revolution? To figure that out, we've got to start with the most obvious change. The design, the materials they're using, and you know, how this thing is actually going to feel when you're holding it. For a long time, the Pro iPhones have had this sort of subtle pro-grade look. But this new design, with that bold two-tone back and that awesome matte finish, it just feels more expressive, more confident. It's almost like Apple is saying the Pro line isn't just for the pros anymore. It's for anyone who wants their tech to stand out and really say something. The spec sheet here tells a really interesting story. Okay, so the iPhone 17 Pro Max is a little bit bigger, sure, but the real headline, they're switching from a titanium frame back to aluminum. Now, why would they do that? Maybe to shave off some weight, make that bigger phone easier to hold, or hey, maybe it's to make the price a little more approachable. Either way, it's a pretty big change in their philosophy. Oh, and Ceramic Shield 2.0? I know, it sounds like a small thing, but for anyone who's ever had that heart-stopping moment of dropping their phone, that extra toughness could be an absolute lifesaver. Okay, now let's get to what is, I think, the most important change of all, the camera system. This is where the 17 Pro Max really truly breaks away from everything that's come before. And this shot just says it all, doesn't it? For years, the defining feature of a Pro iPhone has been that square camera bump on the back. Well, it looks like Apple is taking that playbook and just tossing it out the window. Instead, we get this new horizontal camera bar. It's bold, it's totally different, and trust me, it's packing some serious firepower inside. But that new look is just the start. The real magic is what they put inside it. The main camera is still an absolute monster at 48 megapixels. But look at this. The telephoto and the ultra-wide lenses get a massive upgrade, jumping all the way from 12 to 48 megapixels. And you're getting 6x optical zoom. You're going to be able to get so much closer to your subject. Honestly, this is the kind of camera upgrade we've all been hoping for. Just let that sink in for a second. 48 megapixels on all three main cameras. And look, this isn't just about having a bigger number to brag about. This is a fundamental change in what you can do with a phone camera. Imagine taking photos with so much detail that you can crop in and in and in and still have a super sharp image. Think about your low-light photos being bright, clear, and without all that grainy noise. For the pros, this is a dream come true. For the rest of us, it just means our photos are going to look better than we ever thought possible. Of course, a wild new look and a killer new camera. Well, they need a brand new engine to make it all work. So let's shift our focus from the outside to the inside and look at the hardware that's going to power this thing. At the very heart of every iPhone is Apple's own silicon, and the A19 Pro, well, it's shaping up to be a real game changer. We're talking about a level of performance that's going to make even the most demanding high-end games and apps feel like nothing. But it's not just raw speed. It's about what that speed lets you do, like editing 4K video in real time, running crazy advanced AI features right on your phone, and having everything just feel instant. But the chip isn't working alone here. And what's really, really interesting is the memory. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is rumored to jump from 8 gigabytes of RAM all the way to 12. That is a huge 50% increase. So what does that actually mean for you? Well, it means you can have more apps open at once without anything slowing down, run those beefy pro-level apps with ease, and basically make sure your phone stays incredibly fast for years to come. And the performance boosts don't stop there. With Wi-Fi 7, you're going to get lightning-fast downloads and super stable connections, which is amazing for gaming or streaming. And when you do need to juice up, the new 30-watt charging is going to get you powered up and back in action way faster. I know, these might seem like small details, but they all add up to a much, much better experience every single day. Okay, so we've looked at the new design, the incredible camera, and the supercharged internals. It's time to put it all together and finally answer that big question. Is this just the next step in the journey, or is it something else entirely? I mean, when you lay it all out like we have, the picture starts to get pretty clear. The iPhone 17 Pro Max isn't just tweaking the formula. It feels like it's completely rewriting it. It's a bold reimagining of what an iPhone can even be. But is it enough to call it a revolution? Let's look at the evidence one last time. Alright, let's break it down. The design, completely new, moving from titanium to aluminum with that horizontal camera bar. The camera system, a total rethink, with every single lens now at 48 megapixels. And the core performance with the A19 Pro and 50% more RAM, that's a major leap forward. When you look at these four pillars side by side, the conclusion feels pretty obvious. This is so much more than your standard yearly update. I think the iPhone 17 Pro Max represents a truly revolutionary step for the whole lineup. This new design, it's more than just looks. It feels like it's kicking off a whole new era for Apple's most iconic product. And it leaves us with one last, really exciting question. If this is the kind of massive leap they're taking now, what on earth could possibly come next?